started in about 41 seconds. Trying to give everybody tonight's a slow night. We got one person came on. Usually we don't do it on holidays, and I didn't think Christmas, President's Day would be a holiday. But if you want to, I can start sharing. Well, yeah, I can get something. We'll talk a little bit. You can go ahead and start sharing your story. All right, 15 seconds. And the music play. I'm looking at two screens because people come in, I gotta let them in as well as talk to y'all. So we are live on 5 different stations. I know at least 3 Facebook groups, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So very exciting tonight. I guess Coach Joe gonna join us. I haven't talked to Coach today. I've been in travel all day. And when I came home, hey, we're going to have the funding lady. We knew we were going to have her here. We know that a lot of folks have this problem in this situation where, hey, money is fun and credit won't get it. So she's a person that can help you if your credit is bad. She can give you some gems, some gold, some diamonds to kind of help you get on your path. And if, guess what? You know what? The money a little low, then, hey, I can tell you like a plan to get you started so you know what you need to do so you be ready when you're ready. But the whole goal of us having this platform is for us not to have to get ready at the last minute. It's for to hear words of wisdom from Ms. Ruth Williams so that we can already know what to do and what to be at when we need to be there, right? So it's important that everyone understand the concept. You know, if you are already ready, you ain't got to get ready. So by hearing this information, spreading this information to other people, sharing this information with other people, then you can put them in a position that they won't be having the same excuse that everybody else having, saying they did not know that you can get money without using your personal credit, right? Did not know you can be investing in real estate using OPM, other people's money. And hey, what does it take to be that person? So Ms. Ruth is going to debunk the myth, break it on down to how you can be successful right now and get started right now. And then for those people that have money and don't know what to do with it, hey, guess what? That's what Coach T and Coach Joe here for. They help you get it done, right? So we're gonna at first we usually have Coach Joe come on and give a little bit of a market analysis. I don't see him on right now, so we're gonna just bypass that piece and we're gonna jump right into the introduction, like I just gave y'all, to the funding lady. That funding lady, she's gonna break down what that means, really, right? What all she fund and how she can fund you and how you can take advantage of a controllable retirement account or a controllable retirement account. Because right now, I got a whole nother account we're playing in the background on my phone, talking about 401ks and 403bs, and those are non-controllable. If you retire in a bad market, you got to work a couple more years. But this real estate game, nah, not like that. So Ms. Ruth is going to share her screen. She's going to do a presentation for y'all tonight. It's going to be so exciting and so inspiring and so motivational and so encouraging. And I just hope y'all are ready for what she have. I'm going to turn my screen off because I live in the country and the low band down here, low bandwidth, right? So I'll probably be breaking up as we speak right now as we talking, right? Thank you for everybody that is joining with us right now on the different channels. So I'm not monitoring those other channels, but hey, put your comments in there, put your phone numbers in there, and we're going to try and share some links to you so you can find Ms. Ruth, or you just contact me personally, and I'll get you in touch with Ms. Ruth, all right? Ms. Ruth Williams. The funding lady is her nickname. Ms. Ruth, you got any opening comments? I know there's a lot of good. I hope that was a good introduction.
It was a great introduction. Thank you, first of all, for having me here tonight. I'm excited to share knowledge to hopefully our first-time investors looking to get in the investing game. Just tell them a little bit about what's out there for them that, hey, they can call you up tonight, run out tomorrow and find a property. So the first thing is I'm Ruth Williams. I'm the owner of Business Solutions Financial Consultants, and I'm a commercial broker. So what is a commercial broker? What I do is match clients like you with loan products with local banks and out-of-state lenders. I assist the clients with putting your package together. So when we take you to the bank, you get a yes and not a no. And I'm with you all the way to the closing table. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about how to get you access to the money. So who do I work with? Investors like yourself, who's looking to purchase, refinance, renovate your current properties, or you want to build something from the ground up or purchase commercial properties. The properties that we finance is single family residence, 1 to 4 units, multifamily, that's more than 5 units, warehouses, office buildings, mixed use properties, retail, auto service, and self-storage. So you was probably thinking only single family residence. No, there's a lot of opportunities out there. Okay, so the program that we're going to talk about tonight is, oh wow, this is just a great product for an investor. And it's a DSCR loan, which means debt service coverage ratio. You may also hear it called the investment program loan, non-QRM loans, or rental loan. So what the debt service ratio, the DSCR, you'll hear me refer to, what it does, it is designed just for real estate investors like yourself. For you qualify based on the rental income generated rather than your personal income. Yes, I said on the rental income and not your personal income. So these loans are ideal for first-time and self-employed investors, investors with multi-mortgage rental properties. Yes, if you have several properties with mortgage on it, yes, this is great for you. And investors looking to grow their portfolios rapidly. So the LTV is up to 80%, and LTV, if you don't know, is loan to value of the property. This is a great loan for investors looking to buy and hold because they offer 30-year fixed rates. You don't have to worry about the rates fluctuating with this loan. Also, it's excellent for people who want to fix and flip. When you're buying a distressed property, rehabbing, reselling, this is a sensible, flexible, and fast loan. The lender will lend you up to 92.5% of the loan to cost, the TLC. The terms is from 13 to 19 to 24 months, and interest-only loans are available. Loan amounts are from $75,000 up to $3 million. And guess what? The funds don't have to be sourced for the down payment and closing costs. Now that's a plus. So versus you going to a bank, getting a conventional loan, which is a full documentation, the bank is going to look at your personal debt and your income, your debt ratio, and you have to have a substantial amount of reserves in the bank, and they have to be sourced and funded in the account for 2 months. So let's go back to the DSCR loan. Guess what? It is no documentation. Yes, you heard me. No tax returns, no financial. Only thing you need is your purchase contract, current bank statement showing proof of funds, property insurance, property tax, credit score of 680. Now, there are lenders that we have that will go down at least to 600. So, and this loan can also be used if you currently own investment properties and you have equity and you want to refinance it to leverage the equity to purchase the building. This is a perfect loan for that. So, the first thing, I was going too fast. Oh, let me back up.
Let's talk about that one because this is the bread and butter, right?
Okay.
This is the one that most beginner investors don't have a 2-year tax return. So now you tell me if we do this, that 2-year tax return really don't matter.
It does not.
Okay. So when I was a first time investor, a financial statement, I didn't know what that was. You mean to say that because I didn't know what it was, I still can get a loan?
Yes.
Wow.
It's funny, right? Right. Yeah. And it sounds unbelievable, right? Trust me, it's true. Trust me, it's
Hold on.
true.
I got one more question. What if I
Yes.
never flipped a house, rent a house, bought a house, and have no experience? Can this loan work for me?
It's okay.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. No
Did I
money,
not say?
no tax
Let me read.
returns, and don't know what a financial statement is.
Right. And we're not going to ask you for one. All you need to purchase your property is your purchase contract. I need to see your current statement proof of funds, not the lender. I just want to make sure you have the cash to inject. And then guess what? Your insurance, property tax, credit score of 680, but don't let that stop you. I do have lenders that will go down to 600.
Miss Funny Lady, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
We got to repeat this one more time because we just had 4 people I just let into the room. The 4 people that just let in the room, let me just let y'all know that if you don't have a real estate business right now, no problem. If you don't know what a financial statement is, no problem. If you ain't got 2 years tax return, no problem. That you got money available for you. You have money available for you through the funding lady. She got something that can work for you if you don't have 2 years tax returns, because that's what the bank gonna ask for. They're gonna ask you to fill out a financial statement. And they're gonna ask you, what kind of experience you got since we're gonna give you money, and you ain't gotta have none of that to get money. So anybody say you cannot start investing in real estate and you gotta have all these problems, then you don't, because the funding lady is here to serve you up if you do those things that you said you only need. Now I'm gonna let you say that part.
You only need your executed purchase contract. So that means you have found the property. You have had a session or several sessions with Coach T. He has taught you how to find that property. So you have the perfect property. Your purchase contract. I, not the lender, would like to see your current bank statement or your proof of funds, property insurance, property tax. We'd like to typically see a credit score of 680. That's not a deal breaker. We will go down to 600. And if you're a seasoned investor and you already own investment properties and you have some equity in it, guess what? You can liquidate that property, use the equity, doing the same loan to purchase more properties. And again, we didn't ask for tax returns or any financials. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
It is. It is. I couldn't let you skirt past. I'm sorry for interrupting, but that piece right there for a new investor, if they're not excited and they don't have questions for you, if y'all have questions, you can put them in the chat box or you can wait to the end. But we here to serve you up. And I wanted to bring the funding lady here because everybody know her in the whole state of North Carolina, and she worked for all the states in the United States of America. Is that correct? Did I misquote?
You did misquote. I
Okay.
actually reside in North Carolina, but we fund in all 50 states.
That's what I want to hear. So no more excuses, guys. If you want to get started in real estate and you need money, she have the money. You just got to bring the paperwork right. And if you work with us, we're going to help you make sure the paperwork right. I already said, hey, tell me what they need. I will make sure it's all wrapped up in a boat and give it to you as a present so we can go and get them funded.
Now, the other thing about this, so you're probably saying, wow, how long do it take these loans to fund? We typically close these between 30 and 45 days. It all depends on the appraisal, because once I submit your package, we pull your credit, we verify your funds, you go into underwriting, we're waiting on title and the appraisal. 3 to 4 days after that, we're going to the closing table. Is that not a beautiful thing, Terrence?
It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love it. I love it. I actually delivered tonight. You delivered already. So, hey, let's go and keep it moving. We'll come back to it whenever they got questions. Y'all keep a note on that if you want to ask questions because you came a little late. but we're going to keep it moving. I got you. I appreciate you for slowing down and running over this 3 times.
All right. And we can always go back. So I'm almost at the end of my presentation because it is a sweet and short loan. Just like I presented, sweet and short. So if you don't know your credit score, I love this site. I advise my clients to go to Credit Check Total because the scores are compatible with what the lender is going to pull. It's only $1 for a 7-day trial. You can get all 3 of your scores. And then if you choose to stay a member, it's only $29.99. I have no interest stocks in this company. I just love what they're offering. And that's it. That's all for me. This is my contact information. I ask that you visit my website. It shares a lot of more information that is very beneficial and educational to our investors. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Coach T. And if you have any questions, please share.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on and giving us this short but simple and clean and to the point presentation. Guys, it's very important that we understand that money is available. We don't always have to have excuses saying we don't have money. We don't have the excuse to say we don't know. It's people like myself, it's people like Miss Ruth Williams, the funding lady, and it's people like Coach Joe that has been doing this for quite a long time. Miss Ruth, how long have you been in the loan business, financial business?
Well, I have been in it for over 20 years. You know, I know that's dating me, telling my age. I started out when I was a baby. Ha, 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 ha. But 20 plus years in the industry.
And so with 20 plus years, guys, that's a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and still moving, right? So we brought her on because the one thing that we hear a lot, and the one thing she shared with me was a lot, is that she give people money and they don't know what to do with it, right? And then also, some people don't know how to get the money. So she exists. She exists for you to be able to be successful in real estate. And to be successful in real estate is not just getting the money, but knowing how to spend it wisely. And that's where myself and Coach Joe come in. We teach folks how to buy a deal, how to get a deal under contract. And once you get the deal on a contract, now I have a source right here that I can piggyback off and say, give me this paperwork. Here's the person. Here's the paperwork. You ain't got to worry about doing all that screening. I did all that for you. Because I want to make her life easier. I don't make your life easier. And I want to make my life easier by having a success story for your success. That's it. That's what I get out of this. You have success. She has success. We all have success. That's the win-win-win we love, right? And the most important thing is you have to take action and buy a house under the value, under market value. And if you don't know how, that's where I bring you value. That's where Coach Joe bring you value. And that's what other coaches in our program bring you value. We help you with that project, right? Right now, I just got off a call, Ms. Ruth, while we was testing and everything. I was on a 401k and a 403b call. It was talking about if you want to retire and the market is bad, tough, you got to work a little bit longer. The reason why me and Ms. Ruth doing this, what we're doing, we're saying we want to help you with a controllable retirement account. For every house you have, you can liquidate anytime you want to sell. You're above inflation because every year you go up on rent. Anybody live in apartments? Do they go up on rent every year? Yes. Shake your head up and down. They're above inflation. If you renew your rent 6 months out, you get a discount. But if you wait till the month of, it skyrockets. Wow. They're controlling the market. We're telling you to do the same. Why don't you do what they do, right? Does Ruth have the money? She said, hey, I got the funds. I just need the clients. I need to close more deals because I got all this money. I'm just holding on this bag and people out there ain't coming to get it. So Miss Ruth said, I said, Miss Ruth, please come on. Please come on and help these clients to know you exist. They don't know you exist, ma'am. Guess what? She does. So y'all share this with as many people because you didn't know about Miss Ruth. Miss Ruth is out here. Now, flip side to everything. Miss Ruth got the money and she's willing to give the money to you if you do the right things by giving the paperwork that she asked for. And it's not no tax return, not no financial statement. It's the basic things saying an executed contract with insurance and the money to be able to cover it. As long as that rent gonna cover that loan, then you're good. Did I misquote you, Ms. Ruth?
No, sir, you did not.
Great deal, great deal.
Put you on me. We have another visitor. He has 4 little legs and he's making a lot of noise.
Well, look, I love the fur babies. Let me see if any questions.
And I'm going to share one thing. Also, depending on how much cash you have to inject, guess what? You can have more than one deal running at the same time.
One more time, I'll read the comments.
I said, and I just want to share the based on how much capital you have to inject, you can have more than one deal working at the same time.
Perfect.
Because remember, it's not driven by debt ratio, it's debt servicing of the properties.
Perfect. So we're not limited. We ain't limited around here.
Right.
Hey, am I freezing up? I think my bandwidth is making me freeze up. I hope it not. All right. So what's the name of the credit check again? We may need to put that in the chat box if you want to cut it. We want to cut and paste and put in a chat box. If somebody asks about the credit check place, they want to go ahead and do that.
It's credit check total.
Credit check total. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard that, hey, I love to work with Coach T and Ms. Ruth. How do we work with you guys? So let me go ahead and thank you. That was a great question. And Coach T was all about Ms. Ruth tonight, so he wasn't worried about him. However, let's cut and paste. Coach Joe, man, come off, man, and bless us with that voice of yours.
What's going on, brother, man? Hey, you one crazy cat. You know that?
Ms. Ruth.
One crazy
you hear
cat.
that voice, Ms. Ruth?
Hey, Ms. Ruth, Ms. Ruth. Hey,
yes,
hey,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is such a pleasure to actually meet you. I've heard so much about you, but I will say this here: if you know Coach T, you know he full of SHI. You know the rest. Yeah, his last
Look, I don't know that, Coach T. No, I don't know that
Coach T. Oh man, when I tell you what, now it's the good side. It's the manure. Okay, so
wow.
he is full of the manure, but the manure is also used to utilize to fertilize the actual soil. So I am definitely grateful and thankful for his fertilization when it comes to implanting seeds, and helping so many people blossom and bloom. However, he's still full of it.
So you're trying to say your voice don't sound good. Miss Ruth, don't that sound like a good old voice, like a good old church voice?
Don't make me blush on the call. We have people on the call. It's a pleasure.
Miss Ruth over there blushing. You got the funded woman brushing. The one with the money.
Coach,
but guess what? I got a pair of cowboy boots. I'm ready for him.
Ready to go. Coach, what's happening, man? Welcome back to North Carolina, man. I know you've been out taking care of the fam, and now you're back. My end, it's just an exciting time to be in real estate, man. It is getting tough, it's getting challenging. However, if you stick to the course, you're networking, you got the right people around you, and you're being the right person to be around as well, man. Those connections, they come. They truly come. And to hear, Ms. Ruth, with all the information that she shared tonight, I actually utilize the DCR loans. I do. I've used them, quote unquote, hard money loans. I've used them since, man, it's been about 12 years now, 12, 13 years. In fact, every transaction with the exception of 2, I've utilized hard money loans, the DCR loans. And so And one of the things I really, really love about them, Miss Ruth, is that, especially if you have a rental property, is that the seasoning period, it's almost non-existent. Once you own that asset for 90 days, you can officially do a cash out refi. Once you own that property, you can officially do a refi. So now a lot of people may say, wait, what's the difference? Let me share with you guys how I utilize these. Okay. So I have a seller wants to get rid of the property. I conduct a subject to transaction, quote unquote, or a seller finance transaction. I promise to them, hey, I can have them out of this loan within 30 days or within 60 days. I negotiate no money down, no money down. As long as the property has the equity within the home, you can do a refinance and take out their existing loan, mortgage, or your existing loan or mortgage if you did a seller finance. And you can walk away, no money. Now you will have to do a double close, because it does, Ms. Ruth, correct me if I'm wrong here, the asset has to be in the buyer's name in order for them to do a refinance.
Yes.
So you guys close it one time, and you can close it with, you have a local attorney there, draft up the paperwork. You can close it there. The deed transfers over. Now, if it's a subject to, seller's gone. If it's a seller finance, the seller is still there. So boom, and you're paying the mortgage to them. However, as long as it's in your name, you can go ahead and move forward with doing a refinance. Refinance, not a cash out refinance. Cash out, you have to own it for 90 days to actually be able to pull cash out. Now, what's the difference? It's just the time. Can you afford to wait, the extra couple days? If you want to pull equity out. When we say cash out, equity out. If you want to be able to utilize that. But hey, Coach, here's one, Ms. Ruth, and this isn't like not a trick question. This is just us always learning. And I had to learn this, and you probably can share some light on this. Do you know the other way for someone to be able to pull cash out on an asset utilizing the DCR loan if they own the house only for, let's just say, 20 days?
I don't have a lender, so I can't answer that question. We're going to want that seasoning.
Okay. So, and what was it?
Now, let me share this with you. So, if you have a seller finance deal, you can use the DCR loan because they're technically the mortgage holder to refinance that loan and utilize this same program. So if you have to utilize a seller finance deal, but then you need to put it into a permanent loan, yes, the DCR loan is perfect for that. And remember, what's the great thing about this loan? No tax returns, no financials.
Yep. The debt
Beautiful
service,
thing.
right? It is. It is. It's I ran
And this loan can be used. I'm sorry.
No, right ahead.
And don't only think single family residence, 1 to 4 unit, multifamily, commercial buildings, warehouses. All of these things those type properties fall under this loan. So, wow, we just opened up some more opportunities for investors. Maybe you've thought about owning a building, retail, mixed use. Mixed use, guys, is a missed opportunity. Mixed use is commercial on the bottom, usually some type of retail, and then it's residential on the top. So think about it. You can have a retail, a hair salon, or a jewelry store, barber shop, and then on the top, have rental properties. Now that property is generating more than one stream of income from a person. So don't only think single family resident. There's a lot more you can do with this loan. A lot of opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so many amazing things. And again, I love utilizing them. I do. It's I love them. Again, they're extremely flexible, easy to work with. The speed of transaction by far. And I'll share this from experience. Hey, if you guys looking at it and you say, okay, hey, for this DCR loan, because we're speaking about the 30-year loan with DCR, is that right? Or are you speaking about the short fix and flip as well?
Well, all of that falls under that same umbrella. So if you're going to buy and hold and you don't feel comfortable in an adjustable rate, or you want to get into a fixed product. Now, this fixed rate wasn't out here a couple of years ago. So this is something new and it's a beautiful thing. So if you want a fixed rate, you can get a fixed rate. If you're fixing and flipping, it's an interest only payment. While you're fixing that property to flip it, so you're not making the full principal and interest payment. This loan has so many facets and caveats to it. It's just a beautiful thing. I love it. It was designed for investors like you guys.
Absolutely.
So lenders are wanting to lend money. And I'm not going to get into the interest rates because that's where your strategy come in. Don't get caught up on interest rate. This is a tool. It's a tool. It's a program to help you build your real estate portfolio. You have Coach T, and I didn't get your name, sir. He just said my partner. What's your name?
Coach Joe.
Yes, ma'am.
My business
Joe.
partner, business coach.
Hey, be clear. Yeah,
business
right.
coach.
So, Coach, so these coaches will coach you on the strategy to utilize this program. So it's a tool. It's a tool that will help you reach your destiny, help you get into the investing world easy without having to provide 2 years pay stubs or tax returns, all the things that a bank will ask you for. It's a simple, streamlined process to get you access to the money.
It really is. It really and guys, it is something to be nervous about. However, when you're working alongside of someone like Coach T, myself, Miss Ruth, although the fear disappears. It truly disappears because we walk you from start to finish. We're there with you the entire way. And so I can remember my very first opportunity, Miss Ruth. I found a property, put it under contract for $83,000. I'm sorry, $80,000. Was going through the pre-approval process, got pre-approved with a company out of RCN Capital. Lending Cap, one of the largest hard money lenders out there. And you know what? I chickened out. I let the deal go. This is where the network came in. My community that I was with, they knew my potential. They knew I was going to be successful. So they looked at me and they said, Joe, the next time we see you, you better be involved in an actual transaction. They use that term, better be. Okay, you're right. I went back, put that exact same property under contract, this time for $53,000.
Oh, wow.
So $53,000, I put $50,000 into it. And I want to say probably four or 5 years later, I sold that house for $205,000.
Wow.
So I went from the short fix and flip loan paying at that point roughly 10%. Oh yeah, wow, that's a lot of money. It sure is a lot of money if you keep it out for a long time. If you only have it for 6 months, it's not bad at all. So I did that, turned it into a 30-year fixed loan. From there, I rented the property out for about 4 years. Say, you know what? Hey, it's time to sell. Sold it.
Mm-hmm.
Sold it.
Wow.
I love these transactions. I love these just the things that are available, the tools and resources. One of the things I'm waiting for, Miss Ruth, I'll tell you this. What I'm waiting for is
Okay.
the hard money lenders to start doing cross collateralizations, like all true lines of credit on the asset, allowing you to leverage this asset to go out and acquire more assets. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm really, really waiting on that. Now, working with Coach T, he's introduced me to a local credit union that actually does that. However, it is returns. You know, it is you know your financials. You know, no P&L. You need a balance sheet. You need a rent roll. You know, hey, we have to make sure that everything can service this debt. We want to know ins and outs. So, okay, which is part of the game we play. You know, it's part of the business. However, utilizing the systems that you offer there, super, super easy. So I have a question, Ms. Ruth. Do you are you like a broker working for many different institutions, or do you have one that you work and represent?
So yes, he was late, wasn't he, Coach T? We shared all that. But I will bring you up to speed, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ruth. I see that I'm gonna have to split y'all up. You give me a hard time now.
So to answer your question, yes, sir. I own Business Solutions Financial Consultants. I've been out here over 20 years. And yes, I have a wide variety of lenders. And we only talked about this particular loan because we wanted to gear it more towards first-time investors, but there's a lot of programs and ways to strategize investors once you come into the business and start building your portfolio. I also have a lender that will cross collateralize. Well, it's a portfolio loan where investors, and we didn't want to scare you off because, you know, this is all about the cash to inject, where you can buy more than one property under a loan and they don't have to be on the same street. So that program is available. We kind of tailored this to our first-time investors that's getting their feet wet, that's new in the game. But for you more seasoned investors, there is a lot more that we offer. But to answer your question specifically, yes, I work with banks, local banks. I not only do investors, I do financing for churches. I do we do business lines of credit. So once you formulate your LLC, guess what? And you have monies coming in from your rentals, hey, we can get you a loan. There's a lot of different things we do here at Business Solution Financial Consultant. And one thing we didn't talk about, mobile home parks. Yes, we can finance mobile home parks.
Really?
Really?
Really? Now is that single mobile or the parks as a whole?
The park as a whole.
Okay.
So if you have a mobile home park, and it could be a mixture of single wides and double wides in that park, does not matter. We're financing the park as a whole.
Nice. I was just it's amazing because 48 hours ago I was thinking about you know, mobile parks and financing. I'm like, you know, I wonder who finances mobile homes and manufactured and what's the other one? It's manufactured and
modular.
Yes. So you guys finance both of those?
Yes.
It's amazing. Amazing.
I also do residential loans, which is not for investors. So there's a lot that I do under my umbrella.
Amazing. Like it. Nice.
Yes. And we want to talk about, our investors, don't think about just single family residence. If you see a commercial building that may be and you can own the building and put a tenant in it that may be a mechanic, you have someone that's doing fixing cars at home. They're looking for a spot. Hey, you can be the landlord. You buy the building, you put the business in it.
Wealth of
We
information.
also offer SBA financing, renovating loans. So if you that's on your fix and flip for renovation. If you need to refinance to pull equity out to renovate some of your existing properties, we do that as well.
What questions y'all have? What I did was I did add some links into the chat box, right? The links include this link right here, the bsfcfunding.com. So everybody on the internet world that's not got access to the chat box, I apologize. www.bsfcfunding.com. If you want to go straight to Ruth, I don't want to be a roadblock. I would like to help Miss Ruth out by you coming through me. I make sure you package everything up and get to her, but I am not here to stop progress. So go to Miss Ruth if you need to, but don't waste her time. Make sure you're about your business. Don't go there asking questions. Go online and read for yourself all this information because the information is there. All right. Please be cautious of people's time. You don't have to call and ask questions when you can read for yourself. And that's why I'm providing this link. Again, www.bsfcfunding.com. Now, I know somebody want a warehouse and I know somebody wants self-storage. I know that personally, and they're on this call tonight. So they are very excited that you're here, Ms. Ruth. I love the fact that you broke it down. And then I know that a church pop up on every corner every weekend. I mean, they just drop her everywhere. So church financing, she got you, right? Y'all know y'all be popping these churches up, everybody a preacher. You know what I'm saying? So pop your church up, go and call her up so she can go ahead and fund your church. And you can go ahead and do all those great things for thou God, right? Then we got, like she said, SBA, commercial, right? Refinances and cash out. So for those who don't know what a cash out refinance is, that's when we use BRRRR, right? Let me see, somebody got a new message there. We got BRRRR, all right? Then when you buy, you rehab, rent out, you refinance, that's cashing out, and then you repeat it over and over again. You take the money that you made off that property and go buy more, right? Coach talked about cross-collateralization. That's when you have 4 or 5 houses that have equity in it. You go to one bank, conceal it all in one, and then have a big line of credit so you can keep on buying more. You don't get to these spots until you buy a product under value, under market value. And that's what you got to do. You can't buy stuff at market value. If the market says this is how much you're worth and you paying for it, you overpaid. You overpaid. There's no such thing as I'm going to get paid in 5 years. No, saying there's no such thing. And if you think like that, you're going to always be behind. You always going to be broke because you're thinking like a consumer and not like an investor, right? And if that sounds tough, it is, right? Tough love, right? And that's what you get with me, the truth, right? So we got to get to this point. On self-storage, and look at that, building super excited. I know you're super excited. Facts. All right, Ms. Ruth, we got you one. We know we got one for sure. But I'm excited. I'm super thrilled about what's happened. I like the fact that Coach Joe talked about what exactly happens with high interest rates. He broke it down that you have this for a temporary time. The interest rate is not that important. And I want to touch bases on this piece. And I'll wait for everything to be said because me and Miss Ruth Williams, we had a lot of conversations. So we know each other. Coach Joe, first time talking to Miss Ruth. So hey, we wanted them to get to know each other. However, Listen, if you think about the pennies, you make pennies. Think about dollars, you make dollars. Think about thousands, you make thousands. You think about millions, you make millions. Interest rate may be important at some point in time, but to investors, interest rate is just a hurdle to jump over to get where you need to go. So if you're a track star, you start at the finish line with no hurdles. You end at the finish line with no hurdles, but you got hurdles in between. Interest rate just hurdles. You got to jump over them and keep moving and keep buying and refinance. Keep buying and then cashing out, or keep buying and then do a debt consolidation until when the interest rate go down. Because let me give you a hint. There's really not a hint. Let me give you a hint that's really not a secret, right? If the interest rates are high, they start bringing the price of the house down because you got to buy less house because the interest rate high. More money going towards the interest than towards the house. You're an investor. You're buying houses like $150,000 and below. So we already know your price range. We usually stay in there. If you're in a nicer, bigger community, like DC area, then you may be at 250, 300,000 and below for single family houses. It's a reason why we're using these numbers, right? We're looking at a single family buying a house. Now, when the interest rate go down, price of the houses go up. You still ain't getting the money, baby. Guess who's getting the money now? The real estate agent, the banker, the fees, and all that stuff. The interest rate gonna go down. The price of the houses go up. That's how it works. So you still gonna pay top dollar for a house on the market all the time. All the time. So interest up, price of the house go down, more money go toward principal. Interest go down, price of the house go up because you got everybody trying to buy because they say, oh, the interest rate down, let's buy. So you still gonna spend the money out no matter what. So why not buy the house that you want now, right? As an investor, not the house you're living in. Buy the houses now. When the interest rate go down, you refinance later on. Ms. Ruth, did I say anything that sound out the water?
No, sir. You was dead on the money. And did you hear the funny lady say, you was dead on the money?
Lovely, lovely. Funny woman, dead on the money. So look, guys, it's been an exciting night. I'm surprised there's not more questions in there. Guys, if you have questions, I really don't want to short you from that. I was letting Coach, like I said, Coach catch up with the funding lady so he can get to know her and understand. And he kind of gave y'all some real life situations where he used these type of loans over and over again. He said he loved them with the speed of time. She said, I got these loans. So Coach don't have to use other people now. He got another relationship that he can build with her, right? So great. We partner. You want to get started, you're scared. Get on a 15-minute phone call with me. Let me stop sharing this right quick because I know this is, I'm showing everybody else because this is not about Coach T. This is about Coach T providing these people that can help you out. I got 3 screens, so when I'm looking off, I'm going to my other screen to share, and then I got my camera on this screen. So I apologize for my rudeness. I wasn't raised that way. I just squared away. I strayed away from what my mama taught me, right? So if you go to investingnow2021.com, investingnow2021.com. This is going to pop up. This is going to be the first thing pop up. So no excuses. Get on my calendar. We can have a conversation. It's complimentary. I'm not charging. I'm just saying, get on this call. Let's have a conversation. 15 minutes. Let's get some clarity on what you're trying to do. After we get some clarity on what you're trying to do, if you think we are fixed, then we're fixed. Now, before you get on the call, if you want to, go through the channel. We talk about wholesaling. We talk about BRRRR. We talk about financial freedom. And we got so much more to talk about. Fix and flips, pre-foreclosure, got books on here to sell, got products we can do. But hey, we can have a conversation. And why do we exist? Hey, listen, I exist for that 28-year-old that went to college, did everything right, got a wife, got a girlfriend, whomever, went to work for the first day and said, hey, this guy right here is about to retire. And when they said they about to retire, they said, man, this is all the pennies I'm going to get? It's all the money I'm going to live off of? You telling me I'm going to get only $1,500 a month to live off of in my best years? In my best years? I'm retired and I got to live off of a set income? So that 28-year-old smart enough to say that I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be a person that control my retirement. So I'm going to work this job because I went to college for this job and I love this job. However, I'm going to create my own retirement in addition to that retirement that I'm gonna get, that little pennies I'm gonna get, right? And that's who I'm talking to. I want to help you to be able to do that in 10 years and not 20, not 30, not 40, in 10 years. So we want to come with a plan and a path for you to do that. Now you continue to work. Never told you to quit your job. Never told you working ain't good. Because guess what? If you're working for yourself, you're working harder than everybody else. Everybody else. But my goal, what I hope for you, I hope you reach financial freedom so you can eliminate the chaos. You can drive the nice cars. You can send your kids to the best schools. You can wear the clothes you want to wear. You can go to vacation you want to go on. You do all those things. And you ain't got to say that, you know what, I got to work when I retire. That's my goal for you. Because if you eliminate all that chaos, then you can go, hey, your God put you on this earth for a purpose. And it's not just to work for people. You have a purpose, right? So we eliminate that chaos. I'm hoping, I'm praying you do that. What God put you on this earth to do, because that's what I'm doing. I'm inspiring and I'm motivating and encouraging people to take action. I'm bringing people like Miss Ruth here that already have what it takes for you to be successful. No more excuses about, I don't have a business. No more excuses about, I don't have a tax return. No more excuses about, I don't know what a financial statement is. Don't worry about that. Let's get an executed contract. Let's go and get this funding to pay for the taxes, the insurance, the appraisal if you're going to buy all that. Hey, let's have that money all together. And let's do that by wholesaling a couple of properties to build up our cash. Let's build up our money with OPM, other people money. That's it, guys. It's that simple. I'm sorry that sounds so simple that a caveman can do it. But guess what? All this hair on my face, I feel like a caveman and I can do it. And I want you to do it too. So if you're excited about that, go to investingnow2021.com, get on my schedule, right? Let's talk about it and let's come up with a plan and path for your generational wealth. Let's come up with a plan and path for you to meet your standard of living and stop depending on somebody else. Stop talking about the government because the government gonna be the government. Stop talking about damn Trump because Trump gonna be Trump. Stop talking about doggone Biden because Biden gonna be Biden. Stop talking about immigrants because immigrants gonna be immigrants. And start talking about what the hell you doing and what you're doing for financial freedom and what you're doing to make your family be better. And stop blaming other people because that's the most pathetic thing you can do. Take on ownership and let's go. Let's stop looking to the left and right and let's look at the man in the mirror and then take care of that person so you can take care of the family in your house, the people in your community, the people in your city, and the people in the world afterwards. But take care of thyself first. And that's why Coach T exists. So, hey, Miss Funding Lady, I hope it wasn't too cold, too hard, too raw, but that's sometimes we got to give it like that. I'm going to let you have closing remarks because I do not see any comments inside or questions inside of the chat box. And then after that, I greatly appreciate your time. I greatly appreciate what you do for people. I greatly appreciate the commitment you have. And I look forward to our relationship growing to make a difference in so many more people's lives so they will not have to wait to be great. They can retire early if they choose. It's all you.
All right. Just want to say thank you, gentlemen, and everyone for coming on. I look forward to working with you guys and helping you build your real estate portfolios and building generational wealth one property at a time. Thank you for your time, guys.
Good night.
Good night.